Hey, what's going on, everybody? Trying to get motivated between the weather and just stuff, but rained yesterday. Went to Costco, and I'll show you in a minute. So Costco has the Miracle-Gro moisture control potting mix that I use in all the wicking tubs and things. So their normal price is cheaper than Home Depot and Lowe's anyways, but the current sale price is just ridiculous. But anyway, so the game plan is to get potatoes in the buckets. Pulled out most of the buckets. I got to clean out a couple. I'll try to color code the buckets. Not that it's necessary, but you know, it's a fun thing to do, right? So the plan is to check out the bucket handles. If not, if they're broke, replace them with a 3D printed. Yeah, that's good. Throw it around. Makes great noise on the video. So replace the broken handles with the 3D printed handles. Grab some zip ties and zip tie the buckets with the 3D printed signs. So that's part one. And like I said, I've got I still have to clean out the white buckets. So I know I've got Yukon Golds, I've got Adirondack Blues, red Norlands, so I'm going to use the purple buckets. I don't have any red buckets. And then I've got Kennebec Whites and German Butterball. So against part of my better judgment and saying I don't need to do 10, I know how many potatoes you can and can't get out of it, so I'm going to do 2 of each, because you never know what's going to happen, good or bad. So this is what Costco has on sale. So Costco carries the organic flavor. It's not that I had to have that, that's just what they had. So these are the 50 quart bags. And again, they're the moisture control potting mix, because you need potting mix if you're going to do wicking tubs, and it works out better for buckets. I mean, if you put topsoil or regular dirt, things would not go well in the buckets. And really, I even have that in the where the fruit trees are growing, and they seem to be doing fine. So anyways, so this is on sale at Costco. Started a couple of days ago for $8.99. So the non-organic version at Sam's Club last week, I think, was 16 bucks. And I think Lowe's and Home Depot non-organic, because they don't usually carry the organic anyways, just shy of 20 bucks depending on your area. Again, I'm in Northern California, so I probably pay a little bit more because everything in California costs more. There's 2 left over from last year, but they've been out here in the rain and they are soaked and they're heavy, so I'm not tapping into those right now. So anyways, that's what I use basically for my buckets, and I'll be adding fertilizer. So that's the plan, is to empty out these 4 buckets, clean them out, then I'm going to line up all the buckets, throw some potting mix, throw in some fertilizer, do some 10-10-10, and just start getting them layered, get them labeled, and then they're going to go down there on the end where I normally put the potatoes. So that's the plan. So I'm going to get started, and I'm not going to do time lapse. I'll just throw a few minutes here or there in between as I get time or remember. So not rocket science, just that's what I'm doing. Alright, working on the buckets. So the problem is, has these buckets, let me see if I can do this one-handed without making a mess. The handles deteriorate pretty quickly. 1 to 2 years, you're lucky. So break the other one off. This replacement is made for straight handles. Some handles have bend. This one isn't made for that. So course, can't do it one-handed. Well, you get the picture. Anyway, so on to the rest of them. Alright, put a couple scoops of potting mix in every bucket. And use this 10-10-10 that I get from Walmart. May or may not have it in stock. It's never at my store. I end up having to order it and have them ship it. I don't have Walmart Plus, so I just make sure I spend 35 bucks, and those use about 18 bucks. So that's lasted, I'll say, a year and a half. I've got a new one out in the garage. So for 18 bucks, it's worth it to not have to drive around and find anything. So that is a, I say it's a 20 pound, no, it's a 40 pound bag, so can't beat it. Alright, so this is what happens. I mean, it's not a terrible thing, but when you buy sweet potatoes and they sit in the garage for a month because it's been raining, you've been lazy. So these aren't too terrible. I'm not going to pull them out. So one-handed, don't want to stir them up. So they have all sprouted. So this is what it would look like in the bucket if you were able to take away the dirt. If you use a sweet potato, it looks like some kind of space creature. But anyways, so I've seen different schools of thought what to do with them. Some say break them off, some say don't. Obviously, these things falling off, these are just right. But these are the smallest ones out of the bunch from having the other chits or the gross on them. So, anyways, I've planted them with the full long sprout on there. I'm thinking it's better to at least cut them down, so I'm gonna kind of pick and choose as I go. So, and if you haven't figured out, this is going to be splice central for all the different pieces going into this. Alright, I'm gonna slosh around in the backyard here. So I've got the buckets about 3/4, give or take, full. I need to water them in. I move the buckets before I water them. Try to be smart about it. So after I get them watered in for a couple of days, I'm going to bring the dirt up to about here once the plants start poking through. But so I want to get it watered in, let the stuff settle in a little bit, and then when I go to top it off, I'll put a little more fertilizer on top. So this one's a little light, but that's alright, as long as the plants are covered. That's the important part. So anyways, blue Adirondack, Kennebec White. Actually, those are probably the German butterballs. That's what the tags are for. Yeah, German butterballs, Red Norlands, Yukon Golds, Kennebec Whites. So anyway, so that's going to wrap it up for this week. It looks like it might turn around and rain, even though it's not supposed to. Might just stay cloudy, but anyways, so got the potatoes started. Hopefully, if it stays dry, which it's supposed to for the next week, I can tackle all the totes in the back, get them cleaned up, get them rehabbed, and start getting some cucumbers and other things going. And I've got to do some cleanup, pull the rest of the lemons off of here. They're like overly ripe, and you can see that the lemons and the limes are blossoming. So I'll get all the fruit picked off. I tried using some of them. They're kind of, yeah, they're kind of iffy. Like I said, they're overly ripe. And if it'll stop raining, stop having swamp in the backyard. But anyways, gonna go in and sew all these pieces together and upload the video. Thanks for watching.